Hello dear students, this is Paramjeet Kaur from Ami Public School Miran Sahib, and today we will talk about how to study effectively. Can you read this? I'm going to give you time and want you to read yourself. Okay, I will read for you now. If you can read this, you have a strange mind. I could not believe that I could actually understand what I am reading. The phenomenal power of the human mind, according to research at Cambridge University, it doesn't matter in what order the letters in a word are. The only important thing is that the first and the last letter be in a right place, and the rest can be total mess, and you can still read it without a problem. This is because the human mind does not read every letter by itself but a word as a whole. So if you can read this, that means you have a healthy brain and you can study smarter. You have to do hard work also, but study smarter is more effective. So today we will talk about how to study smart. So these are the learning objectives. You need to find out your learning style. You need to discover factors that distract you from learning. Understand how to study according to your style and the tips to improve your performance. And there are different styles in which you learn in a proper way. For example, you visual learning, auditory learning, or kinesthetic. So visual learners, these are the group and illustrate data to reveal relationship, write down instruction or see demonstration. They would like to read books, make notes, good at painting, wonderful sense of imagination, and they like to study with flashcards, important points, pictures, diagrams and charts. And you have to find out what kind of learning style you have. Now the next category is the auditory learning, and the auditory learning is those who would love to read the different things, to listen to different things and learn accordingly. And then the tactile or kinesthetic learner do things even without guidance, take frequent rest, chewing gum while studying, moving around while learning and listening. They use their body while learning. Quick learner, when left alone, capacity to understand complex things. They learn by doing role play, simulation, and they think a lot. Now you have to see where are the areas of improvement, where you have to improve your time scheduling, your concentration, listening, note taking, writing skills, reading. You have to find out where is the problem, which is the obstacle. Study multiple subjects in a day. Every day a bit of each subject. Start with the difficult subject and then move to the easy one. No multitasking, no TV, no music, no WhatsApp, no Facebook. Study in a room having no TV, or switch off your TV or your mobile phone if possible. Turn off your notification. Yes, if you like music a lot and you learn with music more, then you can on the soft music. Then eat right, drink a right way. Your brain needs a lot of fuel, mainly the omega-3 fatty acid. Drink 6 to 8 glasses of water a day. Grain, vegetables, fruits, dairy products, meats, oil, sweet, everything is required for healthy learning. Now meditation is very important. It improves focus, your concentration, creativity, learning, reasoning skills, and it is to believe that it encourages connections between your neurons and which help increasing your mental sharpness. So meditation is very important. You have to take out time for meditation. Remember that whatever you read, you remember only 10%. And whatever you hear only, you remember 20%. And what you see, that includes your read also, that remember 30%. And what you see and hear, if whatever you are seeing and you are hearing also, then you will remember 50%. And what you say after hearing and seeing, you are repeating yourself and you are practicing, that means you will remember 70%. And if you will do also Whatever you are practicing, you are writing or doing it yourself, then you remember 90%. And you have to see that what person you want. So accordingly, you have to choose the things. So now we'll talk about little detail that how you will study effectively. It is very important for higher classes kids that they have to inculcate the habit of taking notes. All good study techniques start with good note taking habits. Knowing how to take good notes will improve your ability to study more effectively. Now, what are the benefits of note making? It forces you to think, helps you pay attention, your understanding, you help you concentrating, help you remember more, provides a permanent record, facilitate learning, and moreover, whatever you will write yourself, you have to make efforts, and you will never forget your own efforts. You will forget your teacher's effort, but you will not forget your own efforts. So note takings are very beneficial. Now there are the different study habits of successful students. Try not to do much studying at one time. Always take breaks in between. Plan specific time for studying. Try to study at the same time each day. Fixed time should be there and fixed seating should be there. Set specific goals for your study time. Start studying when planned. Make a timetable and always do according to your timetable. It keeps on changing on first week, but you can manage. Work on the assignments or material that are most difficult first. Review your notes from beginning and assignment. Eliminate distraction during study time, as we have already discussed. Call another students or teacher for assistance when needed, and review your school work over the weekends. Now it is very important to study. We should have an effective place. It should be available to you always, free from interruptions, free from distraction, and every material should be on hand. And then when you are going to study, you have large enough desk or table, or storage availability should be there, where you can keep your pen, your notebooks, and there should be some comfortable chair, or your bedding should be comfortable. You should have enough light and comfortable temperature of the room. If you will get effective place to study, that can be a bonus for you. Now again, I've told you everyone has different learning style. You have to see the different methods and what course you are going to learn and the type of test you are going to take. There are the different strategies to learn the things, to study the things effectively and memorize things using acronymic sentences. And creating these sentences, write each piece of information that needs to be learn in order. Underline the first letter of each word. Write a sentence using the words that begin with the underlined letters. For example, if you have to learn the different planets, my very epic mother just served us nachos. So you can learn, you can make your own verse. Again, the different example is like you have to learn this different formulas in order. You have to learn this mnemonic, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, or anything you can make yourself, that is parenthesis, exponent, multiplication, division, addition and subtraction. And then again like cubes, this is also a mnemonic, circle important numbers, underline questions. So whatever you have to learn, you can underline the first letter and learn that mnemonics, and that will help you learning different important terms. And one more strategy, like you have to learn a word harangue. So that means noisy speech or a piece of writing with strong feeling or expression, and you are not able to learn the word harangue. So you can use a different strategy. This part is like hair and ring. So you are not able to remember this harangue. So you have to remember hair and ring. Then you can remember that word. So you can make your own story. The boyfriend harangued the girl in a bitter language and wanted her to take off the ring as he pulling her hair. So it shows the noisy speech, it shows the strong feeling and the expression. So that will make you remember the word harangue. Now the next method is the peg method. The peg method is used to memorize the different list. A list of words are learned by associating with the number. These objects are then called as pegs. When a list of objects need to be memorized, it is done by association it with the pegs that we have already learned by heart. For example, learn the list of words by forming a mental image of each word and then hang it on one of the pegs. For example, you have to learn this list and you have to buy this list from the market. So you have to make the peg words so that you can remember. For example, you make buns out of eggs or whatever. So you have to make your own scheme. You have to remember the images, like the image is there of the milk, apple, toilet rolls, bananas. You have to make your own ideas. For example, if you have to write the lines, forest provide food for animals, shelter and lumber, and you are not able to remember, so you can make this. One is fun, F for food, F for fun, S for shelter, S for shoe, L for lumber, L for Lee. 1, 2, 3. So Lee has fun shoes. So here you have Lee, here you have fun and shoes, and you will remember the reasons to preserve the forest. You have to remember Lee has fun shoes. So you will remember that forests provide you food, it provide you shelter, it provide you lumber, and you have to make your own peg words, own system of learning and remembering the things. See, if you can create a learning experience using peg word for learning, so you can remember to find the keywords in the reason first. The reason why not to smoke. It creates facial wrinkle. You can make an image of facial wrinkle. Smoke is very costly financially. It can create terrible coughs. It damages the sense of smell. It causes bad breath. You can make out that you are in the market and you are seeing someone having bad facial wrinkles and terrible cough, sense of smell, then bad breath. So these are the peg words. You can make the mental image and you can learn anything. And then you can also use the flashcards. If your learning style is visual, you are a visual learner, then every time you can make some flashcard, your own diagram, and remember the things. Then use of the loci method. That is the location method. It is very important. This is a method of remembering items by imagining a place you are very familiar and associating the item to remember to the location. Very good for kinesthetic learners. And imagine yourself walking through a very familiar location or area, associate specific locations. For example, if you have to learn, you remember the river system, the drainage system of our India. So you can make this Jammu Kashmir is your kitchen. So you can say that the rivers like Indus, Jhelum, Ravi, Satluj are in your kitchen. And then you can make that the living hall. In living hall there is Ganga and Yamuna, and then they are going to meet Narmada in your kids room or in your brother's room. So like this you can make a location of your house and keep everything whatever you have to learn in that particular place, in the kitchen, in the hall, so you will remember. For example, here for the small kids you can see that in a different room you have to remember all the list. You will remember that in a kids room some chocolates are there, in living room eggs are there, kitchen are there. So you have to make your own location system and remember the things you have to learn. And also you can use the image naming technique. This is very easy and short, used for remembering people or places that you cannot learn. At times there are the names that are very difficult and you are not able to learn, like I have told you about the herring. So you can make any easy way of learning any difficult word. So this is the naming technique. You can see, remember Jay Leno by picturing his protruding large chin. Can you think of an example? So you will every time remember whenever you will think of the large chin, Jay Leno. So again, the last thing I would like to share, that make the study groups. These are very important, but you have to find out your own best group, like of same thought process. A support group, it can be a sport group that can be a great motivator. then easier to ask classmates question, your commitment. Study groups add strong auditory aspect. One or more group member is like to understand something, you can learn their different perspectives, you can get different example in your study groups, you get to know your classmates well. And then you have to see, is this classmate motivated to learn? You have to find out different things, you have to find out your thought process should be matched with the other study group, whatever peer. So there are also possible pitfalls. Do not let the study group get distraction. At times if you are in study group, you get distracted also. Do not let the study group become a social group. Do not allow members of group to attend unprepared. Do not let negativity slip into the group. Do not let one or two members dominate the group. This study group should be the positive group that will help you in studying effectively. So, in the end, I would like to say, write down your worries that are not helping you out to make you less worried about your subject, about your class, about your test, and about your exams. Remember, everyone has his inherent ability, which is easily concealed by habits, blurred by time, and eroded by laziness. And you have to find out, because we cannot judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree. However, everyone has an ability. You have to find out whether you have ability to climb a tree or you have to swim. And it is not a difficult task. You have to find out your learning style. And remember, every child has a different learning style and pace. Each child is unique, not only capable of learning but also capable of succeeding. Thank you, and keep exploring your learning style and unique capabilities. And if you have any worries, do talk to me, your counselor, or your teacher, or your parents. Thank you, and have a nice day.